Welcome to Geotechnical Engineering lecture series. So today we are going to discuss different types of soils. Different types of soils. So in this, some types of soils are there. Those are bentonite clay, black cotton soil, loam, and organic soil, weirwood clay, as well as moram. So these types of soils we will be discussing in a detailed manner, like how it is formed, which mineral is present in this particular type of soil, so whether that particular soil can be used for engineering purpose or not, so that we will be studying. So coming to the first soil, this is bentonite clay. So this bentonite clay is having large percentage of the mineral montmorillonite. So due to the presence of this mineral, this is having high swelling and shrinkage properties. So why it is having high swelling and shrinkage properties? So which structure is responsible for this high swelling and shrinkage properties, and what is the mechanism behind this high swelling and shrinkage properties, that we will be discussing in clay mineralogy topic. So then how it is formed? This bentonite clay is formed due to the decomposition of volcanic ash. So this bentonite clay is having high percentage of the mineral montmorillonite. So due to the presence of this mineral, it is having high swelling and shrinkage properties. So it's formed due to the decomposition of this volcanic ash. So the main use of this bentonite clay is it is used as a drill mud. Drill mud is nothing but it is used in some boring applications to ease the process of boring. So that is one of its application. And coming to the next type of soil, this is black cotton soil. So this black cotton soil is also having high percentage of the mineral montmorillonite. So it is in this soil also having high swelling as well as shrinkage properties, but its parent rock is basalt. So this is from igneous rock. Then why it is called as a black cotton soil? Generally it is black in color and this cotton grows on this soil, so that's why it is called as black cotton soil. So coming to this black cotton soil, so it's also having high percentage of the mineral montmorillonite. So due to the presence of this montmorillonite, it is having high swelling and shrinkage properties. So what is its parent rock? Basalt, which is formed from igneous rock. So why it is called as a black cotton soil? So since these are black in color and cotton grows on this soil, so that is why it is called as black cotton soil. So one of this point that we have to remember in this black cotton soil is it is a chemically weathered residual soil. That means it is formed from the chemical weathering, but it is a residual soil. So residual soil means it remains at the position of its formation. That means it is present beneath the parent rock. It will not be transported to somewhere else. So this is about black cotton soil. And coming to the next soil, loam. Loam is nothing but a mixture of sand, silt and clay. It is a mixture of sand, silt and clay. Normally this type of soil is used as a garden soil. So this is what about loam. And coming to the next soil, organic soil. So the other mode of formation of soils by its decomposition of bacteria of the vegetable matter as well as plants. So this is known as organic soil. So this organic soil is having a characteristic color as well as odor. So this is having a foul smell. So these are also called as cumulose soils. These are also called as cumulose soils. So in organic soils, we have to remember three types of soils. Three types of soils. One is muck, second one is a peat, third one is a humus. Muck is nothing but organic plus inorganic matter, and peat is nothing but having high organic matter. Humus is nothing but topsoil having partially decomposed organic matter. So these are the 3 points that we have to remember in organic soil. So these organic soils are having poor engineering properties. So that is why whenever you are building some structure, the top layer is generally removed, because the top layer consists of organic soil, which is not good for construction purpose. That's why this organic soil is generally removed while constructing the structures. Coming to the next one, it is a Warwood clay. So this Warwood clay is nothing but it consists of thin layers of deposits of silt and clay. For example, this is called as silt, and upon that clay is present, and upon that silt, upon that clay, upon that silt, upon that clay. So it is nothing but it is a soil which is consisting of alternate thin layers of silt as well as clay. So if it is alternate deposits, means it is a lacustrine deposit. So this is generally called as a lacustrine deposit. Coming to the next one, moram. Moram is nothing but a gravel mixed with red clay is known as moram. So the one important application of this moram is, so moram soil are having high bearing capacity. That means these type of soils can be used in construction purposes. This moram is nothing but a gravel mixed with red clay is known as moram. So here these are about the different types of soils. And coming to the next one, lithification. What do you mean by a lithification? So generally lithification is nothing but the formation of a hard rocky mass by compaction and cementation from its sediments. So I'll tell you in a simple manner. From weathering, we could able to get soils from rocks by the process of weathering. So when these sediments are combined to form a hard rocky mass, so when these sediments are combined to form a hard rocky mass, that process is known as lithification. So this is generally due to compaction as well as cementation. That means that hard rocky mass, sediments are nothing but small particles. So these small particles can become a rock, and nothing but it is exactly opposite process to weathering. From weathering, soils are formed, and from lithification, again it will be converted into rock by the process known as compaction as well as cementation. So coming to the last one, so geological cycle. So geological cycle is responsible for the formation of soil from rock as well as from soil to rock and rock to soil. So this terminology is important. For example, this is a rock. By erosion and by transportation and by deposition and upheaval. So what is this? Actually when the rock is exposed to the environment, so it will be eroded by air, water or glaciers. So that we call as weathering. So the weathered soil will be transported to some place and again it will be deposited. Again the deposited soil or rock again will be exposed to the environment. Again weathering process will be continued. That means from rock soil will be formed, from soil rock will be formed. So this is nothing but a geological process. So here what are the segments that are present in this geological cycle is weathering, erosion, transposition, deposition, upheaval. So this is important. This you may expect one question like what are the segments that are present in the geological cycle of the soil. So this is about the origin of soils. So in the next class we will be discussing about soil water relationships. So thanks for watching. For more videos please subscribe to my channel.